1050. Tonight's broadcast is also being filmed by GCTV and will be shown on Channel 30 at the normal time, 8:30 Sunday night. Tonight, Coach Bill Houserice, number 10 state-ranked Division II Group A Blue Devils, travel to Gene Malcolm Stadium to face the Virginia High Bearcats, coached by Chris Thurman. This is a pivotal game for both teams in the drive for the Clinch Mountain District Championship. Coach Thurman, in his second year at the helm of the Bearcats, put his team through the paces in the weight room over the winter. The Bearcats averaged over 34 points a game last year, but couldn't stop anybody on defense. This year has been a carbon copy of last year. However, the Bearcats had a late comeback last week to defeat Lebanon 14-13. The Bearcats' Charlie O'Bradley runs their spread offense very well. He's passed for over 1,000 yards and rushed for over 600 yards. They have a couple of very good receivers in Josh Jordan and Ryan Loggins. Jordan has over 500 yards receiving so far this year. They also have one of the best place kickers in the area, Ian Fry. The Blue Devil offense is better balanced than last year with the development of Nick Bowen at quarterback. Nick is 31 of 56 passing for 576 yards and 6 touchdowns. The rushing game is in good hands with fullback Joseph Vaughn and halfback Dusty Clark. Seth Clark, Seaver Elliott, Logan Russell, Drake Miller, Montana Morris, and the rest of the Big Blue defense will be tested tonight against the Bearcat spread offense. Marcus, Virginia High, what else do you need to say?
I don't need to say anything, not as far as us old people are concerned. This is the game, certainly of the year for a lot of us, and tonight will make no difference. Tonight will be no different, I should say, and certainly, I guess the thing that hurts my feelings more than anything is I actually think they got a chance to beat us. So,
well, I think a lot of people do have a chance. I mean, a lot of people think they do have a chance, and they do.
They do, absolutely. That was more of a joke. They certainly do. We'll have to play a very good football game here to beat them tonight. Last year on our home field, they were within a play or two of sending us out of our own home with a loss. So we'll have to be at our best to beat them tonight. But this is a huge game as far as Clinch Mountain District Championship is concerned. Really, probably whoever wins this game is going to win the district championship most likely. So it's a huge game from that standpoint. You win the district, you get an automatic bid into the playoffs. So this is a big game. Plus, it's Virginia High, and that makes it just that much bigger as far as Gate City football is concerned.
Well, Coach Thurman is a very good coach on this spread offense. I mean, they beat the dickens out of us when he was at Gretna there, and of course I would think he had a lot more talent than they had.
He certainly did. He built a good program up there, and that's what he's doing here. It's going to take him some time to, Virginia High's football went down a little bit. They went through a lot of coaching changes, and you can't build stability like that, and we'll see how long Coach Thurman hangs on here, and if he does, he'll have them back to where this is a huge rivalry again, and but it's still a big one. I don't think there's any question about that. As Virginia High about ready to make their way onto the field, Gate City still in the locker room, so we'll send it back to the station for a break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and opening kickoff.
Back at Gene Malcolm Stadium, where they're having the coin toss at midfield. As Mark watches that, I'll give you the starting lineup. At wide receiver, they'll have number 14, Bryce Ramey, 5'6", 150-pound sophomore. Also number 3, Josh Jordan, 5'10", 150-pound junior. Also at wide receiver will be number 7, Ryan Loggins, 5'8", 175-pound junior. And also number 27, Michael Arthur, 6 feet, 150-pound junior. The tackles will be number 75, Justin Lopez, 6'4", 225 senior. Number 78, Reed Esposito, 6'4", 290-pound junior. The guards will be number 51, Chris Turner, 5'9", 210-pound senior. And number 55, Josh Locklear, 6 feet, 220-pound senior. The center, number 56, Blake Bedwell, 5'9", 250-pound senior. Quarterback Charlie O'Bradley, number 4, 5'10", 160-pound junior. And a running back, number 29, Elliott Johnson. For the Blue Devils, I'm going to go with their defense. Number 41, Logan Russell at one end. 25, Drake Miller at the other end. Defensive tackles will be number 40, Aaron Kaiser. Number 78, Kyle Kilgore. Left outside linebacker, number 31, Joseph Vaughn. Right outside linebacker, number 62, Peyton Seibert. Inside linebackers, left inside linebacker, number 44, Seth Clark. Right inside linebacker, number 34, Cedar Elliott. Cornerbacks will be number 42, Montana Morris. And number 2, Tyler Bird. And the strong safety will be Dusty Clark. Mark, who won the toss?
Gate City won the toss, and they, of course, deferred their choice to the second half, so Virginia High will have the football first, and we'll take a break right here, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff.
Back, we're just about ready for the kickoff as Logan Bird will kick it off to, on the near side, number 3, Josh Jordan. Far side, number 20. As Bird hits a high end-over-end kick, it's going to be short, fielded on the 11-yard line with blockers in front, and the man is finally knocked out of bounds at the Virginia High 36-yard line. So it looked like we almost had a clip on that play. You can see a Virginia High blocker and a Gate City player engaged. Virginia High blocker was blocking from behind, but no flag. So Bradley will bring up. He is lined up, and 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Bradley calls an audible at the line of scrimmage. Rolls to his right and options to his running back. Little gain, if any, on that play. And we, again, will have to apologize, Mark. We don't have programs that has everybody's number in it. We tried to find one and couldn't.
Yeah, that was Ramey on the carry, and actually kind of a shovel pass.
Yeah, it was a shovel pass. So a gain of 1 brings up second down and 9. Split wide to the left. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Bradley in the spread. Takes a snap, drops straight back, throws a pass over the middle that is complete for maybe a 4 or 5 yard gain across the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
Josh Jordan on the reception.
It's going to bring up third down and about 4 for Virginia High. Blue Devils have spread out pretty good defensively. They have 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Bradley, the snap, options left, and again a shotgun pass. Shovel pass is played pretty well, stopped for a couple of yards loss.
Yeah,
back close to the 40.
44 Clark, 41 Russell. The shotgun went off all right. It went off in Ramey's ear. City's obviously been schooled on that one. They've seen that.
Fry also does a punting, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is one thing they've got, and I know you alluded to it in the pregame. Their kicking game's outstanding. Fry, he's going to have an opportunity to kick at the college level without question. What's the holdup?
Well, Virginia, they changed balls. Virginia High will just run an extra player in.
They made 1 player go off.
They only have 11. They're having a hard time getting lined up, but the 25-second clock wasn't running anyhow. So.
No, not what?
Fry gets a snap. Blue Devils come with pressure, and he gets off a driving punt that's going to hit inside the 20-yard line and kick out of bounds at about the we'll call it the 19-yard line.
City takes over first and 10.
Yeah, Gate City had decent pressure on him that time.
They did. Yeah, they had quite a few white shirts in the backfield.
So, now, as Gate City holds Virginia High 3 and out, let's see what we can do on the offensive side. It's no secret Virginia High's given up a few points this year, and we're going to have to score some tonight to win this one.
First and 10,
Blue Devils split out Montana Morris wide to the left side.
They don't have enough people in the game yet, they being Virginia High.
And the Devils put Miller in motion from left to right. And they hand off to the fullback, Vaughn, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for about a yard loss. So that's one of our favorite plays that it's been stopped quite often here lately.
Lost the yard.
They move the ball back to the 18-yard line. Show no gain on the play.
That's
No gain, second down.
Second down and 10.
half a yard, really.
Wide ass to each side. I formation for the Blue Devils, and the Gate City jumps offside. So right guard jumped off, and that's going to back them up 5 more yards.
Yeah,
What do we tell him to do?
So legal procedure on Gate City will cost them 5 and make it second down about 15.
Second down and 15 is 14.
They will stay in the eye with one wide out to each side. Now Bowen calls an hold at the line of scrimmage. Takes a snap, fakes, goes to his right, gets some pressure, and just throws it away. No receiver in the area, but the ball crossed the line of scrimmage.
yeah, that's a heads-up play by Bowen. He didn't have the receiver, and he just immediately got rid of it. Had a lot of pressure on him. He didn't have a whole lot of chance to throw the ball.
No. And I think, Mark, that was pretty much just a two-man pattern, too, I believe. So it'll be third down at 16 for Gate City. Ball back at the
Third down, 15.
13-yard line. They pitch to Clark, running to his left, has a blocker in front, gets up to the 20, 25, 30, has a first down. I'm looking for flags and don't see any.
No, that wasn't a hold over there. I was making sure we didn't hold, and we didn't. That was a good block. Two good blocks. Two good blocks on that side. One by Daniel McMurray, number 70. That got him to the corner, and then I don't know who the blocker downfield was.
My guess it would be the wideout on
Yeah,
that
that's
side,
what I'm thinking.
which would have been Morris, I think. Could have been Miller.
Morris or Miller, one had the block that got him the first down.
So first and 10 at the 36-yard line. They hand off this time to Clark, and he's hitting the backfield for a couple-yard loss. So that play is pretty much to the left side. It's been, shut down and lost on it two times in a row. Virginia High playing
Second down, 13 from 33.
almost all 11 people within 7 or 8 yards.
And in the tackle box. Inside the tackle box.
So they pitch this time to Bond and makes it get through the line of scrimmage. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
You put them all inside, all you gotta do is
Get it outside.
Just a little block on them too, probably takes.
So from 67-yard touchdown there.
I think that's right.
33.
Yeah, it'll be 67 yards, that's right. Sure, if you want to play 9 men inside the tackle box, that's fine, but you're going to pay the price, and they did on 2 plays, though, really. As Logan Bird on to attempt the extra point, Clark to hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:31 to go here in the first quarter. It's Gate City 7, Virginia High nothing.
Back at Gene Malcolm Stadium, the Blue Devils have jumped on top of Virginia High with 7:31 to go in the first quarter on a 67-yard touchdown run by Joseph Fong. Point after was good. As now, Gate City about ready to kick off.
Yeah, we just caught them with everybody inside, and you had just got finished saying.
This time it's a high end-over-end kick driving Virginia High back into the end zone, so no run back on this one. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20.
And you take, everybody talks about Ian Fry, and rightfully so, great kicker.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a pretty dang good one, too.
Yeah.
And that kickoff there was good 5-6 yards deep in the end.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that dandy kick.
And Logan has done that a number of times.
Yeah.
Virginia High now with one wide out on the left, trips on the right. Bradley takes a snap, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, cuts up the middle, and has a first down at the 34-yard line. So Bradley just right straight up the gut after that fake to his running back and picks up big yardage. They got a middle linebacker blocked on that play.
Yeah, they did.
Running back beside of Bradley was 29, Elliot Johnson. Two wideouts way to the right side. They hand off to Johnson inside, and he breaks one arm tackle, gets up to the 40, gains good yardage on that play, maybe 6 yards. He's going to spot it just short of the 40. At about the 39. It'll be second down and long 4 maybe. As Virginia High now marching with the football. Two wideouts to each side. Stacked on each side. And this time Bradley keeps, gets around the corner on the left side, and finally goes out of bounds. No flag on the play as a Blue Devil hit it out of bounds. And boy, we got a break there.
Yeah, we should have been flagged there.
But it's a 1st and 10 for Virginia High, just short of midfield.
Yeah, we could have been flagged there pretty easy. But we didn't, so there you go.
Well, Bradley's running ability has hurt us so far more than anything. Trips to the right, single receiver on the left side. Bradley on the snap, rolls to his right, keeps it, cuts up the middle, has some open field. We missed the tackle, and finally bring him down at the 20-yard line. So we missed the tackle about 6 yards downfield, and then Bradley cut it to the outside and gets down just short of the Blue Devil 20-yard line. Actually going to be on the 21. First and 10, Virginia High on the Blue Devil 21. 6:14 to go, first quarter. Bradley hands off to his running back. This time he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Kaiser on the tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, about a yard loss on that play. The second down to 11. Logan's the outside man on the right side.
Watch for Jordan, number 3, if they throw it.
Yeah, he goes in motion. And they run option pitch to Jordan. And the Blue Devils play that real well and throw him for about a 2-yard loss. Back close to the 25-yard line. I kind of believe Jordan may have been going to throw the football. Do you ever get those thoughts?
I didn't get that thought there. If he did, he didn't have any time to do it.
It's going to be third down now on about 13 with 5:06 to go.
Fast moving first quarter.
Yeah, it is. expected to see a lot more passing out of Virginia High, but the running game's been working well for them, so. Two wideouts to each side. Yeah, they got straight back, have a screen set up, a lot of open field in front of you, and Gate City plays it pretty good. Fumble for football, and Gate City they're going to say he's down.
Well, then why didn't he run in there and mark him down?
I don't know.
The official wasn't in any hurry to run in there. I guess he thought it was so obvious that he was there.
That was Miller on the tackle for Gate City.
Yeah, we recovered because they had us on that screen, but we recovered pretty well.
It's going to bring up fourth down now and about 8 for Virginia High.
And they're going to go for it, figuring, I guess, they're going to have to score a lot of points themselves because they certainly well within field goal range.
Ball on the 18-yard line. This time over in the middle linebacker, the middle of the field is wide open. And Blue Devils break this up. We break a tackle, but we clean up just with a yard loss on the play at the 19.
Yeah, we sure looked like we knew exactly
what was
coming, didn't we? I mean, we reacted to that as they snapped the ball. It was just like we knew what they were getting ready to do. Tyler Bird did come up limping and goes off the field. I don't think it's too serious, but he did. Seth Clark also shaking up a little bit across the way. But
First and 10 to 19.
Blue Devils take over on downs. It'll be first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. In the eye, put the wing back on the left side in motion. It was Vaughn. And the ball may have been fumbled. Virginia High may have recovered.
No.
It looks like Gate City's on top of it. As Blue Devils recovered with...
I thought for a minute it was a quarterback sneak, but then Bowen didn't have the ball, so...
Any fumble gain yardage is a good play.
Yeah, when you fumble the ball and get 5 yards out of it, things are going your way. That's a fact.
Getting close to 5. We'll call it second down and 6.
Hurry.
Ball at just short of the 24-yard line.
5-24.
Miller this time goes to motion. Hand off to the fullback, right up the middle. Bledsoe in at fullback.
Yep.
Should have a first down. We're going to wait and see. The officials are going to take a look here.
That's right, Larry. That play didn't look right. So it didn't.
Just a quick, it was a dive play with a fullback.
Yeah, but it's like our motion man was late getting started or something. It just didn't look exactly. I can't believe that was exactly right, but we'll exactly not ride it for 6 yards at a time.
First and 10 is hand off to the tailback, and that's Clark, and he gets good yardage on the run off the right side, up across the 35 to about the 37, 38-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Spot it just short of the 38. That's going to be a gain of about 9 on the play. The second down on the long one. Blue Devils need to get it just past the 39-yard line. High formation again, as again, a back comes in motion, a wing back, looks for a block on the corner, gets across the 40, and has a first down. As he's driven out of bounds by Virginia High at the 44-yard line of Gate City. So Miller on the carry that time for Gate City.
Got a pretty good block from Vaughn on the corner.
I know it, but I ain't had time to make nothing different.
So it'll be first and 10 for the Blue Devils, just short of the 45-yard line. They're on 45. 2:10 to go first quarter. Gate City leads 7-0. This time Montana Morris splits out wide to the left along with Miller in the slot on the left side. Bowen hands off to the fullback Vaughn on that quick opener, and he's got green in front of him with blue stripes and no flags, and he's going to go all the way for another touchdown.
And he ran off and left him, Larry.
Oh, he did. That's 56 yards.
Ran off and left him. Left him in his wake. That's a good thing if you're a Blue Devil. Not so good if you're a Bearcat.
56 yards. He has 2 carries for touchdown, one of them 67, one of them 56. That's a good night right there.
Yeah, he's doing okay. But I'll have to say, it's not hard to run no far if you're a good running back and you don't get touched. That's a good job up front. We got people blocked that time. Bird on to attempt the extra point, which is up and good.
Well, the Blue Devils lead 14-0. Back in Bristol at Gene Michael Stadium, minute 59 to go here in the first quarter. Gate City has scored 2 touchdowns on Virginia High. The last one coming after the Blue Devils held Virginia High on downs inside of the Gate City 20. Both of those touchdowns have been by Joseph Vaughn, and both of them long yardage, 67 yards for one, 56 for the other. So now Loganberg will kick off. On the far side is going to be Josh Jordan for Virginia High, and Bird hits a high-end over-end kick. It's going to be fielded into the end zone again for a safety. No, not a safety, a touchback. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, that's pretty good. If you get it on the end zone, we need to be doing that more.
Yeah, well, that's just one of many.
Yeah, no, it's only the second one I've heard.
That one there, that kick had more height to it and still broke the play.
Yeah, that's 2 really solid kicks.
You know, he's got to be fired up a little bit. Logan has. I mean, you know, the fly kid is getting all the publicity. And I tell you, it's hard to beat what Logan's done for the Blue Devils.
Yeah. Can't underestimate.
2 or 4 field goals this year. And one of those misses was a very hurried snap at Bluefield. Bradley again tries to get his team in motion. Drops straight back, throws a pass over the middle. It's complete. Up across the 30 to the 35. That pass complete to Ryan Logan. So Logan ran a deep turn in from the right side, and Bradley hit him right on the number. We had a defensive man there, but it's just a well-executed pass pattern and a well-thrown pass by Bradley.
Yeah, he had some time to throw. We can get a little pressure on him.
They stack the wideouts on the left side. 2 on the right. Bradley on the keeper. Clark has to make the tackle, and he does across the 40 at about the 42, but still a pretty good pickup by Bradley. As Dusty Clark was about the only white shirt in the area.
Well, unfortunately, 2 or 3 times tonight, that's been the case.
Yeah.
He's had to make the stop, or they're kicking an extra point themselves.
Gain of 7 brings up second down and 3. Devils have to, with the way they spread you out here, Clark now at that safety spot is all the way up.
Right, the left guard flinched.
Double show blitz, they hand it off and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard. On the carry that time was Rainey. So not much gain, maybe it'll be third down and 1, it was second down and 2.
Maybe about 3.5, 4 feet it looks like.
Rainey in the backfield on the right side of Bradley.
This is a big play this early.
Right here, it sure is.
Big play this early.
And Bradley rolls to his right. Has the first down plus more yardage. Makes a good move on the corner and gets down deep into Blue Devil territory at about the 36-yard line. It looked like we had it defense pretty good, Mark.
Yeah, he's
pretty quick of foot.
Yeah, he's a pretty good runner.
So Virginia High has it first and 10 at the 36 of Gate City with just a few seconds left here. May not even get off the play. But they do. Bradley hands off to his running back. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, and gains about 3 or 4 yards. But after 1 quarter of play, it's Gate City 14, Virginia High nothing. Back at Bristol, it's second down and 7 for Virginia High to Gate City 34. Charlie O'Bradley, the quarterback for the Bobcat. Fakes to his running back and is hit at the line of scrimmage with a hard tackle by Derek Miller.
Yep. That stopped that on that play.
Might have gained a half yard. Call it second down and third down at 6. And I'm not sure he gained anything because the guy, yard marker, eventually moved it back.
Yeah, he didn't get anything.
you kind of expect a pass play here, probably. Bradley looks to the sideline to get his play call. Drops straight back, gets some pressure, Blue Devils hit him behind the line of scrimmage and sack him, and that's Logan Russell on the sack that time for Gate City. And really didn't get a real good lick on him. I'd like to see him able to fire up on him.
Yeah, not as good as I was hoping for, but he knocked him down.
So that's going to make it 4th down and 12. So Russell from his defensive end spot.
And Virginia High is going to ask for a timeout. We'll take one, too, back in 60.
Fourth down 11. Bradley drops straight back. Now sees the field in front of him. Tries to get to the corner and is tripped up inside the 30.
First down.
25 at about the 24. Yep, scrambling. His scrambling ability gave him the first down.
Yeah, that was kind of set up all the way. Just run everybody long and clear out and then let him try to make a play. And I thought we were going to get him stopped there before he's able to get the first down, but just able to get away.
The 1st and 10 for Virginia High at the Blue Devil 23-yard line. 10:35 to go here in the first half. Gate City leads 14-0. Bradley again drops straight back, looks, gets some pressure, throws the ball down the field to a wide open receiver, but he overthrew him. Pass intended for Josh Jordan.
Got some pressure on him a little bit that time and knocked him down, but he was wide open.
He was. He had a couple steps on the defensive back.
Yep.
So Blue Devils will try to hold Virginia High here. 2nd down and 10. At their own 23. Gate City's 23. They spread you out all over the 2 wideouts to each side. Bradley again with a screen pass over the middle. And the man has blockers in front, runs into his own blocker, gets down inside the Blue Devil 10. It'll be 1st and goal for Virginia High at about the 9. So Virginia High able to move the football on Gate City now. 2 consecutive drives. Devils took over on downs on the last drive. But now Virginia High has a 1st and goal at about the 9. Bradley on the quarterback keeper right up the middle, and we shoestring tackling just short of the 5-yard line. Kaiser on the tackle that time for Gate City. The 2nd down goal for Virginia High at about the 5. 9:35 to go here in the first half. Gate City leads Virginia High 14-0, but Virginia High knocking on the door to Blue Devil 5. They set up trips to the left and spread the Devils out. Bradley on the keeper, rolls to his right, and hits for the end zone, goes in untouched. So 5 yards out, Bradley scores, puts Virginia High on the board with 9:17 to go here in the second quarter.
So the Bearcats will have Brown to attempt the extra point.
High snap on the point after, but Fry, the snapper and the holder able to get it down, and Fry kicks it through, so it's 14-7 Gate City. Back at Gene Michael Stadium as Fry is about ready to kick off for Virginia High. Virginia High just scored with 9:17 to go in the second quarter. Cut the Blue Devil lead down to 14-7.
And it's my understanding only 2 kickoffs have been returned all year.
Against him.
I believe that's right. I believe I read that.
So that must mean he kicks it pretty deep too.
Well, I would imagine he does.
Has a good, strong leg. Back deep for the Blue Devils. On this side will be Montana Morris. On the far side, Joseph Vaughn.
I mean, if he kicks it in the end zone, he kicks it in the end zone. I'd be a little more concerned about what he might.
Yeah.
Maybe an onside kick.
Yeah.
They're able to try something like that.
But he does kick it high and deep and goes all the way through the end zone and maybe even through the upright.
Yeah, through the uprights. That's,
Devils take over first and 10, ball mark.
The Devils will have it first and 10 at their own 20. And need to answer that score from Virginia High with another score from the big group.
well, I thought our defense looked a little bit tired towards the end of that, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they've been on the field really the whole game.
Yeah.
Because our offense has scored pretty quickly both times.
Yeah. I'd say that you're absolutely right. Devils in the full house this time. Handed off to Clark at the left halfback spot. He spins out of the tackle up to about the 22, 23-yard line. Only gained a couple. It'll be second down and about 7. We'll give him a 3-yard gain. As Dusty goes off the field. Devils still in the full house. They hand off to the right halfback that time, and I think it was Miller. And he stopped short of the 25-yard line. As Blake Miller gained a yard or two, but it's going to bring up third down and a long 5 for Gate City. All just short of their own 25. With 8:20 to go in the first half, and Gate City on top 14-7 over Virginia High. This time the Devils go from a double wing set. They hand off to Vaughn out of the backfield, makes a good move, breaks the tackle, and gets the first down up to the 35-yard line. And most of that was Joseph Vaughn on his own.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a rock by Bledsoe there, and then made a good spin move. And when he first made that spin move, it looked like he might. They're going to be able to take it to the house again.
Virginia High still playing all 11 people pretty tight. Now Bowen this time rose to his left, looks, makes a good run, breaks tackles, and gets to midfield. It looked like he was looking for the receiver over here on this near sideline, but I believe since the receiver never turned to look, it was a run all the way.
Well, I'm not sure exactly. It could be one of those things. If he's open immediately,
yeah,
and if not, you're just going to run the sprint.
So a good run by Nick Bowen gives the Blue Devils a first down at midfield here. Devils now back in the unbalanced line, strong side to the right. Virginia High blitzes, and Clark is able to get down into Virginia High territory at about the 48. Couple yard gain on the play. Dusty kind of acts like he might be having some cramps in his legs. You see him pulling his toes back.
Possibly.
He's second down at 8, 7:10 to go here first half. Gate City on top 14-7. Morris splits out wide to the right. Devils with a wing back on the right. Unbalanced line, strong side to the right. Hand off to Vaughn on the right halfback spot. Breaks the tackle, gets inside the Bearcat 40 and should have a first down. They ran to the weak side that time, and all he needed was one block to get him through the line of scrimmage and picked up good yard. The first and 10, just inside the 40-yard line of Virginia High.
First and 10 to 40.
Morris again splits out wide to the right. Devils this time in double wing set. Clark goes in motion from that left wing back spot. They pitch it to him. He gets a block on the corner, cuts it inside the 35 down to maybe the 30, close to the 33-yard line of Virginia High.
Got a block from Vaughn.
Gained about 7 on that play. 36. And it's going to be second down and 4 for Gate City.
Down about 3 at the 33.
Just close to the 33-yard line as Miller goes to the fullback's spot now for Gate City. Bowen looks, throws a pass over the middle, almost complete to Dusty Clark, just a little bit too high and maybe just a tad behind him. If he leads him a little bit and gets the ball down, he's probably got a touchdown. But Gate City took a chance throwing the ball, figuring it's going to be 4-down territory here anyhow. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
3rd down 3 at the 33.
Back to that double wing set, standing tailback Vaughn.
They know we're going to run it. We know we're going to run it.
Yep. And they hand off to Vaughn, and he gets nothing, just about a yard maybe. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 now for Gate City. Well, they brought their safeties right up, didn't they?
Yeah, this is a big play for Virginia High's defense especially, because they've scored now and got back within 7, and if they can stop us here, they pick up some momentum. So,
Yeah.
Then if we, pick this first down up, keep the drive going, that's what we certainly need to do that.
Total score with full house and 2 tight end. And out to Clark off the right side, and I think he got it.
Oh, yeah.
He's inside the 30 at about the 29. He didn't get a whole lot more than he needed, but he got enough.
They don't say you got to get 10 and a half.
That's right.
That's what he got. By a half yard. First down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line of Virginia High.
Let me tell you something. There's not a better way to demoralize somebody when they know exactly what you're going to do and can't stop it.
Yeah, and you still do it.
You still do it.
2 tight ends and full house for Gate City. As Bowen looks straight back, had a screen set up, pass complete to Clark with blockers on the corner. Clark's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Much better, James.
29-yard touchdown screen pass from Nick Bowen to Dusty Clark.
I'll tell you what, that was well done, because I thought we were throwing the ball across the middle. And the guy, I believe it was Morris, running across the middle, and I did not see Clark slip out over here, and obviously, more importantly, Virginia High didn't see him either. That's much more important than me not seeing it. Logan Bird on to attempt the extra point.
Low snap. But it looks like they got it up, got it through. So the Blue Devils go on top Virginia High by a score of 21-7. Logan Bird will kick off here. Back deep on the near side for Virginia High. One of the deep people is Josh Jordan on our side, and like I said, we don't have a program, and I don't have a 25 on my sheet for the starters. So Bird this time kicks a high end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded at the 11. Runner coming to the right side and caught from behind and brought down short of the 30-yard line. Who came across the field with all that speed?
Gillenwater
Made a good tackle, chased him across half the field and caught him from behind, brought him down short of the 30-yard line.
Tell you who else made a good play on that was Morris. He had outside protection. He had that outside lane, and he just slowed up and made sure that the returner didn't get outside his lane, and then the returner slowed up, and then that allowed Gillenwater to catch him from behind. Morris played that pretty well.
So Virginia High now with 4:39 left. Bradley has hurt the Blue Devils more than running the football really than he has throwing the football tonight.
Really, he's their offense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that simple.
They have wideouts to each side. Bradley drops straight back, looks, throws a pass that is incomplete, a little short of his intended receiver. On the far side, that would be number 5, whoever that might be.
Well, I can't help you with that.
Second down and 10 now for Virginia High. Clock stopped with 4:35 to go here in the first half. Gate City on top, 21-7. Again, they put 2 wideouts to each side. Back in the backfield along with Bradley is Bryce Rainey. As they run a reverse to the far side. Dusty Clark has it played pretty good, slows him down, and really only about maybe a 2-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, Clark slowed it up. Tyler Bird made a good play. He may have went over and made a sure tackle. Good job by Clark and Bird on that one.
Gain of about only 1 on the play brings up 3rd down and 9. I believe we'd seen that play before too, don't you?
That had good yardage written all over it if Bird don't make that stop though.
Again, 2 wide outs to each side. They're going to run out of this formation most of the night. Bradley again hands off to his back, out of the back 4, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Might have gained a half yard.
I do not get that. Bradley didn't do anything with his legs in that series.
Well, he's limping, coming off the field.
Well, it's 21 to 7.
Yeah. Carry that time of rain. So Bradley limps off the field. It'll be 4th down and 9 for Virginia High. Back deep for Gate City to receive the punt will be Joseph Vaughn. And of course, we said again, Fry has a tremendous leg, so it's a high snap. Blue Devils get pressure and still. Vaughn takes the snap, takes the punt at the 35-yard line, and that's a beautiful looking punt.
No, it is. He's a good punter, and but we've had good pressure on him, so we've seen something that,
makes us think we can block it, because we haven't had to return on either punt.
That's exactly right, and it may well be the fact that we know that if he punts it, we're not going to get a return anyway.
Probably.
He is. He's an outstanding kicker, and but now I'm sorry, we've got one too.
Yep. Devils have it 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line in the I formation. Bowen looks over the defense. Has a wide out to each side. Also looks at the play clock. They might be taking a little bit more time here.
Well, you want to. You gotta let people rest.
Clock gets down to 3, and Gate City will call a timeout.
Okay, so timeout. We'll take one too.
3:11 to go before halftime here. Gate City with it 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Virginia High with 10 men within 5 yards, the line of scrimmage. They hand off this time to Clark, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for a couple-yard loss. So it's looks like the Devils might have been trying to run a draw, but wasn't hardly enough hesitation there to be a draw play. And Clark has thrown the shoe.
Yeah, that's a big loss, actually.
About a 5-yard or a 4-yard loss, maybe. Scoreboard says 2nd down and 13 with 2:40 to go.
Well, somebody might have told Dusty what the play is. I'm sure he knows.
They're back in the eye. Wing back on the left side. They pitch it to Clark. Running to his left. Breaks one tackle and is drug out of bounds. Something about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe the 38-yard line. Might be a yard closer. Bring up 3rd down and 9 for Gate City. Clock stopped with 2:23 to go with that out of bounds play.
3rd down 9 to 39.
Devils for the first time tonight in a shotgun.
First time tonight, 3rd and long.
Yeah. Pass over the middle with a man wide open. Pass intended for Clark, and Bowen's pass short, incomplete. So the Devils will have to punt for the first time tonight.
It wasn't a real good throw, and Clark slipped too. If he'd been able to stop, he'd have still caught the ball, I think.
Probably.
But he couldn't stop. But the throw wasn't exactly as good as it needed to be too. So
back deep for Virginia High to receive the punt will be Josh Jordan.
Well, I sure wouldn't kick it to him, give him a chance to get an easy one.
No.
Make him earn it.
Miller will, Devils need another player.
Number 12 here, looks like he wants to come over here and try to block this punt. We'll see if he's successful.
Miller to do the punting for Gate City. Low snap. Miller still able to get it off. And pump fielded at the 30. Man brought down, Jordan brought down short of the 35 at about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Montana Morris on the stop.
Boy, that was a bad snap. I'll tell you, if they had the, full punt block on that time. That's something we've been pretty decent at, snapping the football.
Yeah, we've had, 3 or 4 this year, though, that's bounded back there.
2:13 to go before halftime. Bradley back in the lineup. On the quarterback draw, just keeps it, and we drag him down by the shirt right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-yard gain. Good tackle that time to Dusty Clark. As
He wants out.
he wants to get to the outside. He's second down and 9.5 here for Virginia High. Ramey in the backfield along with Bradley. Bradley drops straight back. Wilson gets sacked by Logan Russell. Cleaned up by Miller also from the other side.
Yeah. We arrived that time.
That time the defensive backs had good coverage too. He didn't have anybody else.
Nope. And Russell got to him quickly, too. Got to him pretty good.
Big loss on that play of 6.
I'd say if Gate City holds them right here, they might use a timeout.
They very much. 3rd down and 16. As Bradley gets some pressure, throws the ball over the middle, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by the Blue Devils, broken up.
Elliott, maybe?
Yeah. Clark will stop on the incomplete pass with 54.7 seconds to go.
That says it's timeout.
Yep. Vaughn will drop back to receive this punt.
I'd be careful here and not do anything to rough the punter and give them a chance.
Right, yeah.
Go ahead and let them kick this one. And we look like we've backed out some too. Yep, we sure have.
Fry gets off a booming kick to the far side, kicks it away from Vaughn. It takes a bounce toward the sideline and is down by Virginia High at about the 30, maybe the 35-yard line. On the Blue Devil side of the field. Looks like a good crowd here tonight from Gate City.
Yep.
But Virginia High has a good crowd. One of the best crowds you've seen at Virginia High in a number of years coming up here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Gate City at about the 36-yard line. They're on 36. They have 2 timeouts left.
10 for 36.
44.7 seconds to go. Devils in the eye with a wide out to each side. Going. Goes to his left. Looks. Throws a pass to Vaughn out of the backfield. Just a little bit too high. We sent a man down deep on this side to clear out the zone. And pass was a little bit too high for Vaughn. If he brings it in, they will get his feet and cut.
He may score.
He may score.
Yeah,
That's right.
Collier gets one block down here. He was the guy that cleaned out. And at worst, he's going to get a 1st down and out of bounds.
Yep.
But if.
Clock stopped 39.1. Bowen looks, throws the pass over the middle, off the fingertips of the receiver, Collier.
That's a pretty good throw there.
That's a catchable ball there.
Yeah.
And if you catch it, you've got a 1st down or close to it. Yeah. So the Blue Devils come out throwing, and 34.4 seconds to go during the first half. One thing you don't want to do is throw an INT value.
Right. Well, we need a 1st down is what we need now.
Right.
So they don't get a chance to get the ball back.
Double wing set. Bowen look like he almost, it's going to be a halfback pass from Clark. Down the field, pass is up for grabs. Intended for Miller, but falls incomplete. And Miller was well covered. So 26, Blue Devils didn't use a whole lot of time there. About 30-some seconds. 26.7 seconds left here. 4th down, the Devils will have to punt with Drake Miller.
Well, the main thing is to get a good snap and kick it.
Yeah.
Get it out of there.
4th down.
Jordan back deep to receive the punt for Virginia High. Did get a good snap. They come with the pressure. And the punt is away in goes Alabama. Ain't nothing wrong with that, boy. You're standing there, you can hit him. and he was, and Bledsoe did.
He was standing there not looking at him. Bledsoe ran through him, but Jordan. Now Jordan's going up and having a word with the referee. He says, well, this is tackle football, and he hit me. Here's for you. You better get your head off that swivel or on that swivel and see what's coming after you.
So Miller's punt goes out of bounds on the Virginia High 37, looks like.
There's a whistle hadn't blown. What's illegal about it?
And I didn't hear a whistle. They drag it back to the 36. Be first and 10 for Virginia High on their own 36. Devils will drop almost a three deep safety back here.
Yeah, they've got 2 timeouts, Virginia High does, in 20 seconds. That's plenty of time, especially to get in field goal range.
They show this. Bradley on the quarterback keeper runs to his left and is brought down short of the 30. Gain of a couple yards on the play.
And that'll do it. Virginia
Doesn't
High.
look like Virginia High has any hurry to try to do anything here as the clock's going to run out. Looks like Virginia High is happy to go to the locker room, trailing Gate City 21-7. As Ian Fry prepares to kick off to start the second half here, the Devils will bring the receiving team out, and it'll probably be Montana Morse and Joseph Vaughn deep. And so far tonight on the kickoffs that Fry's had, he's kicked them into the end zone. I believe Mark said earlier in the ball game that only had maybe 3 returned against him this year.
2 or 3, not many, I can tell you. My guess is if he had 2 or 3 returned, it's because they wanted them returned.
Yeah, possibly.
Either that or it's a driving rainstorm. Kicking into a hurricane or something.
But it will be Montana Morse on this side. On the far side will be Joseph Vaughn. We're about ready to kick off this very pivotal game in the Clinch Mountain District. As Fry hits a high end over end kick, and this one's not going to be returned either. And this one also goes through the uprights. Only thing is they don't give you any points for that. So Blue Devils will take over first and 10 on their own 20.
Well, the officials got tangled up in the chains across the way and went down. Not that
Frank Hess been in the chains for it.
Well, he's rubbing his knee over. Whoever it is.
No, it's not Frank.
On the far side.
Well, but no chance to run it back.
I don't know if he got blocked or what happened, but I looked up and he was unwinding himself from the chain.
Devils will go with an unbalanced line, hand off to the tailback, and that was Clark that time, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. So Virginia High has played the run pretty good, except for a couple of outside runs that we were able to get and turn into touchdown.
Yeah, we've busted a couple long runs. This thing will be 7 all.
Yeah.
I mean, and really another big play with the screen pass. We scored on 3 long distance.
We've been a big play type team already. This time we run the option pitches to Clark. He makes a move, gets around the corner, 25, 30, has a first down. He's brought down up close to the 40-yard line. The officials say he stepped out on about the 38, I believe.
Well, for lack of a better terminology, Virginia High has a player adjusting some equipment right now. Clark lost something for him down there on that move.
So the Blue Devils have it first and 10, just short of their own 39. They stay in the eye with wide out to each side and run the option again. Bowen keeps it this time and goes forward for about 40 yards. Yeah, across the 40.
Good read.
Yeah.
Excellent read by Bowen.
Gets it up close to about the 43-yard line, I guess. Be a gain of 4 on the play. Well, closer to 5. Looks like it's going to be second down and 5. The guy who was with the marker will settle down.
Second down about 5 in the 43.
Second 5 from the Blue Devil 43. Hand off to the fullback Vaughn, and he tries to one tackle. Gets up to the 35. Gained a couple of yards, so it's coming up third down at about 3 for Gate City. And Joseph running out that fullback spot is not able to get that head of steam he is when they run out of the full house or with him at the tailback spot.
I got him by the shirt tail, wouldn't let go. Been a real good place for a tearaway jersey.
Yeah. Be 3rd down and 3. Blue Devils will have to get it to 45 for a first. Option again, pitch to Clark, and that didn't work. They played that well and threw Gate City for about a 5 or 6 yard loss back inside their own 40. And that time they played the option well, and it looked like Nick didn't have anywhere to run either. So
No, they had that play from the start. They played it well.
maybe in that situation, as a quarterback, you might as well just keep it and tuck it up and see if you can get a yard or two. They mark it back at the 40, so Gate City will have to punt here. Back deep is Jordan. Doing the punting for Gate City is Derek Miller. Virginia High comes hard. Miller gets it off.
Oh, yeah.
A high spell. Jordan makes a fair catch at about the 28-yard line of Virginia High.
Good kick by Miller.
Yeah, it was.
Got that one to turn over and force the fair catch.
So the Blue Devil defense will be tested here. As Virginia High, we said in the first half, really hurt Gate City more on their running than they did their passing.
And one person, Bradley,
yeah.
is who hurt us running the ball. Really, he was their offense in the first half.
So they stay in the spread with 2 wideouts to each side. Bradley drops straight back, looks over the middle, throws a pass, and it is incomplete. Hit the guy in the wrong place in the hands.
Yep, probably should have got it.
Pass intended for Michael Arthur.
Bring up 2nd down.
Would have had about close to a 15-yard gain as he ran a deep turn in coming from left to right. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 8:59 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10 for Virginia High. Ramey, the back in the backfield along with Bradley. Fakes to Ramey. Looks, throws a short pass over the top. Incomplete. Pass intended for Jordan. A little too high, but Jordan had both hands on it. So 2 passes in a row. Incomplete for Virginia High. Gate City tries to stand the test one more time at 3rd and 10.
Well, I look for Bradley to use his legs eventually.
I think we were playing just a little bit defense, Mark. Bradley fakes to his left, now throws that screen pass, and the Blue Devils have it diagnosed perfectly.
Yeah, Seth Clark got held.
He did by the shirt.
Yeah, he got held by the shirt. He was the only guy there to make a tackle, and then the guy trying to block him, he tackled the runner while the guy was holding his shirt. But
He still, along with Vaughn, made the tackle, did he not?
Yeah,
Kaiser?
Yeah, Clark made the tackle. That's why I say he was being held, and you know, I don't know how you missed that shirt tail like that, but anywho.
So far, again, will drop back to front, gets a high snap. Blue Devils come with some pressure. And Vaughn, I guess that's a fair catch signal. He waved both arms.
He wanted to stop the clock.
He came up with it at the Blue Devil 36-yard line. So field position from where they started the first half, they've gained 16 yards. As it's on the 36. He started the first half on the 20 after the touchback.
21-7, Gate City leads, 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Devils with a little bit different formation this time. A wing back on the left, Vaughn the standing back. They run the option to Vaughn, and he jukes a man out, gets up to the 40, 45, makes another move, midfield, and finally brought down in Virginia High territory, inside their own 45 at about the 43-yard line. Like I said, when you put Vaughn back there, he has that change.
Well, again, that wasn't the smoothest ran play we'll ever run, but
it had good result.
Yeah, we barely out-executed them on that one.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of Virginia High. Devils with split backs now, wide ass to each side. Going on a straight handoff to Bond off the right side and fights for yardage and finally brought down. He gained 3 after and dragged 2 tacklers with him inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. So this big Blue Devil offensive line needs to take charge here.
Well, they do, Larry. They need to control the line of scrimmage. This is when you're in the midpoint of the third quarter and 14-point lead. It's time to start putting this game away.
Blue Devils with trips on the right. They pitch it to Clark running right. Gets a block on the corner, gets down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Gates it.
Yep. I like the quick pitch better than the option.
I do too. Really inside the 30 by maybe a football length. But the Blue Devils with a pretty good drive going here. Moved, I think he started at the Virginia High 36. Now have it just short of the 29, the Blue Devil 46, now just 36 or whatever. Anyhow, inside trap to Clark, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. We'll call it a 30-yard touchdown. The old trap play right there.
They had the line snapped up.
That was... We said they needed to get something done. They got it done up front that time. That was perfect.
That hole was big enough for me and you to run through at the same time.
But it wasn't that good. But no, that was pretty well done right there. As Logan Bird on to attempt his 4th extra point of the night. Clark to hold. And it's good. 6:44 to go in the third quarter. It's Gate City 28, Virginia High 7.
Logan Bird kicks off after the Blue Devil touchdown. A high end over end kick that's going to be fielded at about the 9, up to the 20, 25. Gets some blocking on the corner.
Yeah, he got such a good block in the back.
Yeah, I know. No flag, though.
Morris got blocked in the back bad.
And he gets a good run back.
Golly, how can you miss that?
Run back to the Devil 47. The Virginia High 47. I don't know, these officials have thrown very few flags tonight, have they?
No, they must be cold. Won't get at it. Not like they're doing it for free.
Bradley takes the snap, looks to his left, throws a little flare-out pass to his back out of the backfield, and that was raining.
I hate to harp on that, but 55 was a holding up there. I think that just watch it.
All you have to do is watch the film Sunday night at 8:30 on Channel 30.
He was holding our guy trying to get out to make that play.
We usually don't make up things. We miss some things, but we don't make them up.
We'll tell you what we see. We just don't see a lot.
The loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 11. Bradley drops straight back, gets some pressure from Miller, pass over the middle, incomplete. Now he threw a flag at the 3. I'm not sure that play was catchable.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was catchable. I didn't see where the ball went, but it was pass interference. I can't argue with a call on that.
15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage against the Blue Devils will give Virginia High a 1st down. Well, the officials going to change they're going to mark it off, or what are they going to do?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're marking it off.
They're trying to mark it off, and it'll put it down to the Gate City
40.
Yeah, 40. It was 2nd and 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Virginia High has it after the penalty. 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 40. Bradley fakes that handoff and cuts to the outside, and Mr. Bond is there to wait on him, brings him down after a yard gain maybe. As he tried to juke out Joseph, and Joseph did a good job standing in the ground. We'll give him 2 yards on the play, call it 2nd down and 8 with under 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. first time Bradley's run the ball in the second half. Bradley fakes again, drops straight back, looks, throws a pass to the sideline. That is complete at the 35-yard line. Gained about 3 yards on that play.
Tell you what.
We had good coverage.
Yeah, I will say we had good coverage. We had good coverage, so good. In fact, we got there before the ball did, but...
Third down and 5 now for the Bearcats.
I have to give a receiver credit. He
held on to the football.
He held on to the football because he got drilled before he got there.
3rd and 5 at the Blue Devil 35. Gate City County. This pass is over the middle, intended for a receiver, tipped by Seth Clark, falls incomplete. Yep. And Dusty Clark had a slight chance at an interception. Not real good.
You had about as good a chance of intercepting that as I do is take a fight right now. But that's how slight it was. But no, once that ball's tipped, then you take care of the receivers too. Get them on the ground.
And make sure they don't catch it.
Right.
4th and 5 now. Virginia High go for it at the Blue Devil 35. 2 wideouts to each side.
Stop them right here and get it back.
Bradley looks to the sideline for the play. Now it's to call timeout. I'm not sure he got it before the clock ran out, but I guess he did.
Timeout on the field. We'll be back.
Virginia High after the timeout will have it 4th down and 5 at the Blue Devil 35. 4:44 to go in the third quarter. Gate City on top of Virginia High 28-7.
This is where you just don't want number 4 to break one, aren't you?
Bradley looks to his left, throws a pass over there that is too far for his intended receiver, Jordan. Incomplete. Blue Devils take over on down.
Oh, I just don't know.
I know. I don't know that he would have gotten the first down.
He'd have to turn and run before he could do that.
That's one of the toughest passes to make in all of football.
Oh, yeah. From one ice mark all the way across the side of the field.
And in high school, even, I mean, that's tough.
So the Blue Devils have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10, 35.
That's around 35-yard line with 4:40 to go. Third quarter, Gate City on top 28-7. Devils with wide out on the left. I formation, wing back on the left. They hand off to Clark out of the tailback spot, and he gets across the 35 maybe to the 36, 37-yard line.
Looking for the clock to run now, Larry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know.
Give him a yard.
Gained maybe 2 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 8. They have to get it to the 45-yard line. Ball spotted on the 37. Put the wingback Miller in motion from left to right. Handed off to Clark again around the right side. He fights for yardage, gets up to the 40. So 2 or 3 yards at a clip. Brings up 3rd down and 5 now from the 40. And like you said, Mark, the clock is continuing to run. And you take this drive, and if you're able to pick up 2 or 3 first downs before you score, you've run out the whole third quarter, maybe a little bit of 4.
Yeah, I think we've got enough points to win. We don't take that to mean we got all the points I want. Yeah. That's not the case, but I think we've got enough to win, and if we take care of the football.
Blue Devils with the unbalanced line, strong side to the right. Clark runs right, gets a block on the corner, has his first down down the far sideline, finally tripped up in Virginia High territory at the 43-yard line. Whoever was blocking on that side did a good job of maintaining his block.
Yep.
I think it was Kaiser.
I'm not sure because it was across the field with their back to us, but we got the corner sealed pretty good, and Clark got turned upfield, and one man got a shoelace, or he's in the end zone.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at the Virginia High 43. Full house this time, 2 tight end. As Bowen drops straight back, looks over the middle, has a pass that is complete down to the 20 on a good catch by Joseph Vaughn, and a well-thrown pass by Nick Bowen. Just laid it up. Vaughn knew where it was going to be, went up and took it away from the defensive man, and Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 inside the 20 of Virginia High. 19.
I'll give Coach Thurman credit for one thing. He said they pound you, and they throw it over the top of you, and he had it right. And that's what we've done. Throw it right over the top of them.
Bledsoe in for the Blue Devils at the tailback spot. Bond the fullback. And Bowen rolls to his left. Throws. Has a man over the middle. Oh, the pass is through the hands of Kaiser and intercepted by Virginia High. And brought back short of the Blue Devils of the Virginia High 30. But that pass is a little bit high, but catchable. And Devils don't bring it in. And on the deflection, Virginia High gets the interception. So for Gate City with an opportunity to put another score on the board has thrown an interception here on a tip pass. Virginia High has it at the 28.
First turnover tonight by either team. I believe. I know it is for Gate City.
It is for either team, I believe. First and 10 at the Virginia High 28. Bradley takes a snap. And now the quarterback Grau gets hit at the line of scrimmage. And maybe he loses a yard back to the 26.
Number 78.
I believe Kyle Kilgore, the man on the stop for the Blue Devils.
Brings up second down and 11 now for Virginia High. We're at 2:15 of the third quarter. Gate City on top, 28-7. Again with wide ass to each side, two wide ass to each side as Bradley throws that screen pass over the middle, intended for his back out of the backfield, and to be honest, he didn't have to throw it 5 yards, he threw it 3 yards over his head.
Yeah.
Quite rid of that.
Yeah, he saw the pressure coming and said, now would be a real handy time to throw this. And he did. They head into the fourth quarter, Powell Valley still leading Kelly 12-0 going to the fourth quarter.
Third down and 11 for Virginia High. Three wide outs to the left side. This time one to the right. Bradley rolls to his left, gets some pressure. Miller is after him, and Bradley throws it away. Here comes the flag from the referee. Bradley just felt the pressure, threw it out of bounds, not even to the line of scrimmage, and so that's going to be grounding and fourth down from the spot.
Yeah, that should be grounding the ball, like you said, at the spot. Yeah.
Lost down. Lost down.
So that puts Virginia High punting from inside the 20 back to their 17-yard line, I believe. Well, no, they're going to walk off yardage here.
No, they're putting it back where he threw it from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that far back, but I guess he was.
Yeah, he was.
Virginia High hustles in their 11th player on this punt by Fry, who stands in the end zone. Vaughn stands at midfield to get the punt for Gate City. Fry gets a good snap and gets off a good punt. Vaughn retreats to his 45 and gets across midfield, breaks a tackle, fights for yardage, and finally brought down to Virginia High 40. And Joseph Vaughn has been very elusive on punt returns all year long. He's had a couple of 3 run back for touchdown. But the Blue Devils now with good field position and 1:38 to go in the third quarter on the Virginia High 40. They lead in the ball game 28-7 over the Bearcats of Virginia High. Well, Miller splits out wide to the left this time for Gate City. Blue Devils in the eye.
This is a drive we need to put them away.
Clark, the tailback spot. Hands off on a draw to Clark, and he gets 5 yards down to the 35. So he hit the hole on the right where that play was supposed to go at right guard, and they had it stacked up. He bounced it to the inside and picked up a couple more yards. Second down and 5 for Gate City at the Virginia High 35. 1:15 to go, third quarter.
Second down 5 and 35.
Tyler Bird in at a wide out on the left side. This time they hand off to Vaughn. He's tripped up, but he gets inside the 30 and has a first down. As Vaughn almost broke that one.
Let's go start with that.
We are beginning to take charge at the line of scrimmage. I thought that last drive we did and pretty obvious now that we're getting people some room to run.
Clock will be started with under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
First and 10.
On that right side for the Blue Devils, you have Austin Reed at guard, Austin Dockery at right tackle, and the tight end Kelton on that side. They hand off to Vaughn running left this time. He picks up a couple
39, 130.
35 that time.
down to about the 27-yard line.
77.
And depending on what time they crank the clock up here, Blue Devils may not have to run another play.
We might have to run a play.
They won't even have to. We'll see if they do. If they will come to the line of scrimmage here with
Second 7.
It'd be
second down and 7.
be less than a second difference. They don't have to
No,
run.
they ain't gonna run no play. Yeah, they are.
No.
Full house. Hand off to Vaughn off the left side, breaks a tackle and gets inside the 20. Be close to a first down. He had to get down to the 19. He has the first down, I think.
He got it.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play here in Bristol, it's Gate City 28, Virginia High 7.
Starts the fourth quarter here. Gate City has a 28-7 lead over the Virginia High Bearcats. Ball first and 10 right on the 20 of Virginia High. Devils go split backs, unbalanced line, hand off on a quick opener to Clark, and he drags a couple of tacklers, gets down close to the 15-yard line. Dusty Clark had the right halfback spot that time. Again, this right side of the Blue Devil offensive line has done a pretty good job in this drive here. Couple plays off the left side. The whole offensive line, like Mark said, now appear to be taking charge. Ball spotted inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. It'll be second down and about 4. And off to Vaughn, and he runs into his own blocker. Gets it inside the 10.
I'd say the only thing that stopped him was us.
Yeah, I believe.
That was 34.
So it's going to be first and goal inside the 10. Blue Devils can't get a first down. They'd have to score.
I believe that was counting out front.
I think it was.
And Vaughn ran up his backside and knocked himself down. Oh, goodness.
First and goal, just inside the 10.
Ticketed for following too close.
Yep. 2 wide outs to the left this time. Devils in split back. And off to Vaughn on that quick opener. And he got hit hard. Actually got a couple yards down to about the 7. But he held on to the football, which is the main thing right here.
Yep.
It'll be second down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Second and goal at the 8.
Blue Devils this time again in split backs. A fake to Vaughn. Bowen keeps, turns it upside, up inside, and got horse collared a little bit inside the 5. Grabbed around the neck and dropped down. We're at the 4-yard line, looks like. Be third and goal with the 4.
Need to punch this one in.
Third and goal to
2
4.
chances. Hopefully we'll only need 1.
Blue Devils go with 2 wideouts.
We're a little confused. Timeout.
And the Blue Devils do take timeout.
So timeout on the field, we'll take 1 too.
Back in Bristol was the Blue Devils on a 28-7 lead over the Virginia High Bearcats. Had it third down and goal
That'd be great.
at about the 5-yard line, looks like. I thought it was a 4. It is.
Yeah, it is. It's
If you look at the highest marks, it's the 4. The guy holding the stick on the other side looks like he's got it at about the 5. It's third and goal for the Blue Devils.
Third and goal, about the 4.
They come out with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and Vaughn the only back in the backfield. And under center, Nick Bowen. Pitches to Vaughn, running left behind a block by Clark, goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was touchdown from the time they snapped it. All Clark had to do was get a little block, and he did. And Vaughn cut back inside of the block and into the end zone. Logan Bird on again to attempt the extra point. And it is good. So, 9:34 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's Gate City 35, Virginia High 7.
We're back at Gene Malcolm Stadium where the Virginia High crowd is making tracks for the Blue Devils. Have gone on top by a score of 35-7 with 9:34 left here in the fourth quarter. As Logan Bird will kick off again.
The Bearcat Laurel are filing out.
Yep, they've headed to the gates.
Bird hits a high end over end kick that's going to be fielded by Jordan at about the 8. Gets up to the 15 and breaks it into the open. And breaks tackles, gets into Gate City territory at about the 48-yard line. 47 looks like. They had some good blocking on that kickoff, you'll have to say that.
Well, they've returned kicks pretty well this year, according to what I've been able to read. Obviously, as many points as they've given up, they get a lot of practice.
Bradley back in at quarterback. As they got trips to the left, one wide out to the right. Now put the wing back on the left side in motion. That's Jordan, who breaks tackles and has blockers in front. Drugged down from behind at the 35-yard line, has a first down to Gate City 35. About a 12-yard run that time by Josh Jordan. As he came in motion from the wing back spot. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the Blue Devil 35. Again, that same formation with trips on the left. Bradley gets a snap, fakes to his back, looks over the middle, gets some pressure, throws a long pass to a wide open man at the 5 under the end zone for a touchdown. 35-yard touchdown to number 7, that's Loggins.
All the receiver had to do there was not drop it.
That's all he had to do, wide open. As Virginia High has to hustle in a player, Loggins has to hustle in, and they'll attempt the extra point with 8:47 to go. Snap is down, the kick is blocked by the Blue Devils. Montana Morse, along with Shelton, number 12, and there was another one, but I didn't see who it was, but the point after was blocked.
8:47 to go, Gate City leads 35-13.
Back at Gene Michael Stadium in Bristol, 8:47 to go in the ball game as Virginia High has just scored and cut Gate City's lead down to 35-13. The point after by Fry was blocked. So now Virginia High will kick off with Fry, and I would think you'd have to be ready right here.
Yeah.
This many touchdowns behind, you got to get the football back. And the Blue Devils, I think, kind of expect it. They have both lines up close, and there it is. The Blue Devils recover the onside kick at the 46-yard line.
Well, what the world's going on?
I don't know what that is. But we got flags everywhere.
We've got actually point blank a fight going on. There's flags everywhere, and I don't know exactly what happened, but one of us and one of them got into it.
Well, if they call it the right way, it'll be offsetting penalty, probably.
Well, they're going to get together and see who saw what, but I mean, I looked over and I believe it's Seth Park. Wasn't it?
It was, number
And
44.
then all of a sudden I look back here at the 38-yard line and we've got a cat and a devil going at it.
Well, I told you they like to fight in the second half.
Just, you just hope that nobody got ejected, and I didn't see any official eject a player, so.
Well, not yet. There's not been one, and you know.
Clark has been in on a lot of tackles tonight.
Frank Hess won't rule in our favor.
And they're still debating on what's going on the over there. And I could give you my opinion on what went on, but I'm not going to because that just wouldn't be the right thing to do. But yeah, when you've played 45 times and only won 9, I guess you get tired of it.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it.
Yep.
Here he comes.
And here comes the signal. Dead ball, personal foul, Gate City. Dead ball, personal foul, Virginia High.
And if you don't see the first guy throw the punt, then you better call it that way. So it'll be 1st and 10 right where the Blue Devils recover the onside kick.
Well, all I can say, these guys with black helmets better have their chin straps buckled right here.
The referee comes over to explain the call to Virginia High's head coach. It was 14 for Virginia High.
I'm not real sure. All I know is while the adults are arguing about it, the kids are getting along pretty good out on the field between the two. Hey, well, other than that little spat we had to go. No, they just had a little ruckus. So,
Double wing for the Blue Devils, 1st and 10, and wing back on the left side. Who's Clark, goes in motion, the hand off to Vaughn running right, and he gets hit after a yard or two gain and stood up, but gained a couple of yards, and Blue Devils keep the clock running.
Virginia High fans got all excited. They actually made a tackle and they got excited because it is tackle football, folks. You can do that.
Only a 1-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 9. Devils go to the same formation. Double wing. They put the motion back and from right to left, and that time a handoff wasn't real smooth to Vaughn, but he's able to pick up about 5 yards up to midfield. Going to bring up that gain about maybe 3 or 4 on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for Gate City. Devils are watching the play clock, taking all the time they can.
3rd and 6, 50.
Down to 6 seconds, and unbalanced line, strong side to the left, wing back on the right, goes in motion. Bowen over the middle, has a man wide open. Pass is intended for Dusty Clark, and just off his fingertip, incomplete. If he thrown that a little bit more out in front of him, you got a completion. But still, he laid it up pretty good, and Clark had a chance. It wasn't a real good chance, but he had a chance.
They're going back here in the back.
So the Blue Devils will stop the clock on the incomplete pass with 7:22 to go. And we'll have to punt the football. Back deep for the faithful on the Virginia High side are getting.
Well, I don't understand what their problem is. The clock stops.
They don't have enough players on the field. They run in one. Miller gets off a line drive punt that's fielded at the 20, running to his right, and hit and brought down after a pickup of maybe 2 yards on the punt return. That was Arthur on the punt return. Michael Arthur. Gets it up to about the 23. It'll be 1st and 10 for Virginia High with 7:10 to go in the ball game. Blue Devils 35-13 over the Pussycats of Virginia High.
The Bear Kitties.
They stay in that same spread formation that they pretty much had all week. This time they stacked those receivers on the left. They had two people moving. There's,
I'll tell you what, they had another one moving right there. The guy carried the football. He moved about 3 yards backwards when we hit him in the mouth.
that was Josh Jordan. As they put that wingback in motion from right to left, they had this guy over here moving at the same time to get behind the other receiver.
Well, that's somewhat legal if you don't do it within 10 yards of each other. I guess.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd down and 9 for Virginia High.
Timeout, Virginia High. We'll take 1 too.
Back at Bristol, 6:35 to go. Blue Devils hold a 35-13 lead over the Virginia High Bearcats. And Virginia High has its 2nd down and 9, just short of their own 25-yard line. Blue Devils faithful. That little skirmish on the field has got them off their hands, and they're up ringing the cowbell. Bradley on a keeper is brought down at the line of scrimmage, maybe behind. On a good tackle that time by Shelton, who's in there at defense. Zach Shelton, number 12.
The enthusiasm in this game has picked up a whole lot.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I like it.
A loss back to about close to 22. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Virginia High.
Bowen's in.
Also on defense.
Yeah, he was at the safety spot. But
As Bradley drops straight back, throws a long pass down the field that is going to be incomplete. Good defense that time by the Blue Devils. Let's see who's that on the far side. Tyler Bird, who went up. The receiver was double covered by Bird and Don, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, Joseph and Tyler.
So Virginia High will have to, don't have to, but you're going to drop back and punt formation. With Ian Fry to do the punting. Gets a snap, gets it off, gets off a high wobbly punt. Don comes up and makes a fair catch.
A diving fair catch.
Yeah, at the 49. I've never seen anybody wait both hands for a fair catch.
Yep.
I guess it works acceptable.
No, yeah. It's better not waving it. One thing for sure, they couldn't say that you didn't wave.
That's right. The 1st and 10 for Gate City at their own 49-yard line with 5:48 to go in the game.
1st and 10, 49.
Gate City comfortably on top, 35-13. Devils with a full house, 2 tight ends. Now we're going to pound it at you. And off to Vaughn, who gets through the left side, fast forward for about 5-6 yards, down to the 45 of Virginia High.
And you know what the fun thing is, Larry? We may get to play them again.
That's very true. Seaver Elliott checks into the backfield to replace Dusty Clark for the Blue Devils.
And you know what would be better than beating them once in a year.
Oh.
2nd down and 4, 45.
The 2nd down and 4 from Virginia High 45.
Can you people tell that
They don't like Virginia High.
they're a pretty good rival of ours?
Unbalanced line, strong side to the right. And out to Vaughn running right, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, still able to fall forward for a yard or two. Down close to the 40, well, they spotted back at the 44, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 for Gate City. Blue Devils trying to get Miller out of the ball game.
50-67 draw, buddy.
Richlands and Lebanon are playing tonight.
About 3 from 44.
Needless to say, 56-7. Richlands.
Full house, 2 tight ends for the Blue Devils. Bowen takes a snap, hands it off to Clark, who hurdles one man, tries to get down to the 40. Well, he really doesn't have to get to the 40. It's going to be close for a 1st down here.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Spotted at the 41 is going to be just a little bit short.
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Oh, I'm sure the Blue Devils are going to go for you. 4 minutes to go.
Well, they've got it marked across the way. That guy across the way has trouble seeing the football.
The guy with the stick. Yeah, not the marker, but just the down marker.
It's not much more than a foot to go for a 1st down. If they stop us, well, hey.
Full house. You figure the quarterback sneak here. Bowen, no, hands off to Vaughn, and he's got his first down all the way down to the 35-yard line of Virginia.
They got 5 yards in the foot.
So more Virginia High fans head, well, those are Gate City
I was
people.
going to say, what are you talking about?
First and 10 for the Blue Devils at the Virginia High, just short of the Virginia High 35. 3:28 to go.
Bowen just stands and looks at the play clock. Shorten the game.
2 tight ends per eye this time. Unbalanced, strong side to the left. They hand off to Clark, running left, and he's tackled at the 35. Gained a yard, maybe.
All we need to do here is just hold on to the football.
Ain't no difference if we don't.
A win is a win. It doesn't make any difference whether it's 3 touchdowns or 4.
Depends on who you're playing.
I wish he hadn't scored either time, you know.
35-13, that's pretty good.
Full house for the Blue Devils. Bowen watches his play clock. Hands off to Vaughn right up the middle. Breaks tackles, and he's gone again, sports fan. He's gone all the way in the end zone for a touchdown. 35-yard run. Joseph Vaughn, 35-yard touchdown. Turn out the lights, a party go.
No, I think it's about to begin. Well, they can say what they want to. We didn't run the score up. We run it right at them. They couldn't stop us.
They just couldn't bring him down.
Nope. Logan Bowe on to attempt the extra point. I don't know what that word was. It wasn't.
I have a lot, man.
I don't think it was a word. That's good. 42-13. Gate City leads. We'll be back.
Here at Bristol, 2:22 to go in the ball game. Gate City has just scored and put the Blue Devils on top. Score 42-13. You know, the thing I'm thinking about here in the break, Mark, is we have done a much better job in this second half controlling Bradley's running game.
Well, he hasn't run the ball that much. He dinged up a little bit. I don't know if that's what it is, or if the fact that we've been able to stop him, and you know, they ran him until we stopped him. Probably a combination of both.
I think we changed our defense just a little bit at half. It looked a little different, I thought, in the second half. Bird hits a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 10. And the man again with an open lane and only a safety back here to bring him out of bounds, and that's Tyler Bird, who stopped some touchdown runs on the kickoff the last couple of weeks. So they run it back just short of midfield at their own 48. Something for the coaches to work on next week.
Well, you know, like I said earlier, from what I've heard and saw and read, Virginia has, I think maybe against Honaker, that's what kept them in the game.
Yeah.
It's the running back of the kick-outs.
Bradley takes a snap, fakes a handoff, looks over the middle, throws a long pass. There it is, complete on a good catch by his receiver. That was Loggins. Blue Devils had a hand going after the football. Loggins still able to bring it in down at the Gate City 36 with 2:05 to go. First down for Virginia High. This time they go trips to the right. One receiver wide left. Bradley drops straight back, gets some pressure, throws a screen pass. And the man that caught it caught a whole lot of number 44 instead of football. Seth Clark right there to you. I just wish he'd caught the football and then got the Rick.
Just can't get everything, can we? There's about a half a dozen guys down here from Virginia High sitting in the stands. I don't understand this is tackle football. Evidently, they just don't get it.
1:43 to go in the game. You can't tell it, man. Ain't no way to listen to us tell we don't like Virginia.
Well, I don't have anything good for kids, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, I know.
it's been our rival, folks. That's the way it's
Bradley throws a long pass down into the end zone. That is incomplete. That pass short of the end zone was intended for number 27, who I don't have on mine. Yeah, it is, Michael Arthur.
when you got a rival, you just don't, you just want to beat them.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you just,
We haven't shied away from contact tonight, have we?
no, not like it was written. I mean, we remember this stuff from 37 years ago when they wrote that in the newspaper. Oh, we didn't run from them again tonight.
Third down and 10 for the Bearcats now at the Blue Devil 36. Bradley fakes. Now the quarterback draw, breaks one tackle, but Miller drags him down from behind, short of the 30. And it's going to bring up a fourth down and about 5 for Virginia High. All spotted at the 31 of Gate City. Minute 15 to go on the clock turning. Two wideouts to each side. Bradley fakes, throws a pass, and far sideline that is complete, but it's short of a first down, and Gate City will take over on down.
Yeah. Well, it'll be the clock play now. Probably take a knee and only have to do it a couple of times and chalk up.
I don't understand that play. You got to have,
A first down.
yeah, you got to have a first down. That pass was complete to Loggins, but was tackled 4 or 5 yards short of the first down marker. Matter of fact, had to come back and get the pad. 55.8 to go here. And the Blue Devils can probably take a couple of knees here. This game will be over.
Yeah, that should be. 2 knees.
10:30.
Should put it away.
Devils do drop back into the victory formation.
That's exactly right. Victory formation.
And Bowen goes down to a knee. Virginia High not interested in stopping the clock. It's hard to score with 4 touchdowns in 20 seconds. And the Blue Devils, faithful on the far side, are saluting the Gate City Blue Devils for coming to Bristol and winning the big rivalry against the Bearcats of Virginia High, and to be honest, taking a big step toward the Clinch Mountain District Championship.
Well, there were some things said by an individual or two quoted in the paper this week. We won't mention any names.
As Bowen again takes a knee, and that'll be the end of the ball game as the clock will run down. And Blue Devils have come up to Bristol and won by a score of 42-13 over the Virginia High Bearcats.
You got to be careful about what you say, because sometimes you don't let your mouth write a check.
The tail kick.
Arm kick. That's right. But the Blue Devils do come up with the big win here tonight in Bristol. 3-0 in the Clinch Mountain District, most importantly, and 1 to go as far as district games go. That'll be Lee. And but next week, the Blue Devils. That's the first time I'm here. I think we've not talked about who we play next week until the game is over. That's true. How big a game this is.
That's right.
But next week it's the Vikings.
Yep.
Coach Bill Robbins in his final trip. Most likely, not necessarily, but most likely his final regular season trip to Gate City. And
It's also Parents' Night next week, is that not right?
it is Parents' Night next week. It's the final home game of the regular season for the Blue Devils. Most likely, we'll have a playoff game at home, most likely, but you got to finish strong. Powell Valley next week and Lee the following week, and if we can get those two victories, finish 8-2 and 4-0 in the Clinch Mountain District, we'll take that.
Yeah, and we'll have a couple of weeks off to get all the nicks and bruises healed up before the playoffs start.
But the Blue Devils, a big win against, obviously, as we've discussed during the game. A big rival, but maybe more so for us older people than it is for the younger people who, back in the 70s and so,
all the way back to my time in the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, this was the rival game, and for a lot of us it still is, and for a lot of people on our coaching staff, it is, because they went through that. I mean, they were Blue Devils too, so it makes a difference, and you want to win every time you play, but there's one or two wins you get in a year that's pretty special.
Yeah, it's a little sweeter than the rest of them.
And tonight, this one has a lot of sugar wrapped around it. This is pretty sweet. But the Blue Devils victorious here tonight. As we'll wrap it up here as Gate City takes the Bearcats tonight. And look forward to Coach Robbins and his Vikings coming to Legion Field next Friday night. So for Tim Hill, Jim Bent, Larry Shelton, Mark Peters, good night from Bristol.